welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do what's in my makeup bag. I'll do cosmetics and makeup, not just makeup itself. So I'm going to do that today. So let's get started. And you know, for anyone who's new here, please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You guys know the drill. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get started. So the very first thing I'm going to talk about is this from Lancome on my third bottle. I actually got the first bottle when I used to work for a magazine, that sample sale that I mentioned on my other video, and they had this, and I got it for like $5 and I loved it. It's really great. It smells great. It's kind of like a gel. I mean, you first put it on, it's kind of tacky, but then when you add water, and it foams up to a very light, it's foamy but a light foamy, and has a nice slip to it, so it's not too drying. It smells really good. I like it a lot. Like I said, I'm on my third bottle now, and it lasts a long time. That's another thing, because that was quite a while ago when I was working there. It was almost 2 years ago, and I mean, granted, this is my third bottle, but I think it lasts, like, a bottle lasts me about 8 months, so it's pretty good. It's a little goes a long way. So yeah, I really like that quite a bit. Let's see here. I'll also try and I'll put some cutaways in. I think sometimes that's a little bit easier to see. So, and then I also use these, which I bought here. And I bought these at the Birchbox store in Soho before it closed. There was one in Soho, and the physical store closed, sadly. I really loved going there. I discovered it when I was working in Soho, my favorite neighborhood to work in. And sadly, they were going out of sale, but they were having this big, going out of business, I'm sorry. And they have this big sale, and everything was like 60% off. So I got these Starshine retexturizing kind of pads, and they're great. I use this. I don't use it every day. I use it kind of on special occasions. I haven't really been using it because we're sheltering in place. So I mean, seriously, who's going to see me? But there it is. The pads are here. I used a few of them already, and they're still good. Although I might have to start using them soon, because I mean, they're not going to last forever. These things don't tend to say, I find, don't tend to stay super moisturized if you keep it forever, like once you open the package. But it really does a nice job. It feels really good going on. It has two sides. It's got like a kind of more harsh textured side. You can kind of scrub a little bit, and then it has a soft side. And you know, then I do first with the little on the gruffer side, and then I use a smooth side and go over that. Yeah, I really like it. It's really nice. So here in the box, and then I also use the serums. I really haven't found a serum that I'm really married to. I always try something different when it comes to serums. If you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to leave in the comments any serums that you really like a lot. I'm always looking. I want to try some from Glossier. There's one I want to try from Glossier that has hyaluronic acid in it. And I also want to try one of their moisturizers. So that's on my list. Right now I'm using this for my mom. My mom gave it to me. It's not bad. I like it. You know, just put it directly on my face. Usually I put it on my hand, but this one, I think if I put it on my hand, it dries out a bit. So I kind of put it, you know, usually drop it on my face, blend it in, and then put moisturizer on top. So yeah, it's not too bad. She has like a, you know, she has a, I think she's got some kind of monthly subscription with this. So she had extra, doesn't use it that fast, so she gave me this. And then I use two moisturizers. This one, Colonial Dames. I've been using this for about 15 years. Seriously, I've been using this for 15 years. I discovered it in Seattle. They sell it at all the major cosmetic stores there, drugstores like Bartell's. They always have it. It's really inexpensive. It's like $10. It's a vitamin E cream. It is so rich. Because my skin tends to be dry. Even in Seattle, my skin was dry, if you can believe that one. And I feel like this is the only thing that got my skin not to look dry, to have that dry, to be dry and flaky. And I love it. When I got to New York, I couldn't find it anywhere, so I ordered it on Amazon because they don't carry it anywhere here in any of the stores. And I'm plumb out. I'm ordering it today, actually. All gone. It's very rich. It's very, I mean, it's probably definitely a little too rich for some people if you have oily skin, but if you have dry skin, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is great. I mean, I've been using it for like, I think about 15 years now, so I mean, that says something. 10 bucks. Then I'll often get the bonus size here. It usually comes in the size, but now they have the bonus size, and it's like $12 or $13, and this lasts again, also like the other one, 8 months. It lasts me a really long time. Now it is very rich. Like during the day, I'd only put a little bit on because I don't put it on my forehead because it is so rich that it actually will make my hair kind of greasy and dirty looking. So I use it more in the evening. I'll just put a little bit here on my cheeks. And then I use it with another moisturizer. Right now I'm using this from Estee Lauder. I really like this. It smells great. It's the lift. I don't know if it's actually lifting, but it does a good job moisturizing and smells good. It's very fresh. And you guys saw in some of you may have seen my Fashion Week video, not for Paris, not the last one, but the year before. I bought their other day cream. They're just basic day cream. The duty free shop, and I really liked it, so then I tried this. Yeah, so I tried all different sorts of moisturizers. Same with the serum. I'm not like married to any one particular moisturizer. I like to try all different things, except for obviously that one. So yeah, I always love Estee Lauder. I'm a big fan of their cosmetics. I think they do a good job. And then, when all said and done, I use the Pixie spray here. This is the Milky Mist. Of course, I'm sure you guys heard a lot of great things on the internet, and I'll try and have some cutaways of this as well. Of course, it's great, and I can try putting some on now. Yeah, it's a very light mist. I had another one. Probably have seen it. It's a rose one. It's pretty common, but that one I find I use it as a room deodorizer because the atomizer is not misty enough, and it just ends up like it's like using like Fantastic or something. It's like I don't know. But this one, the atomizer, it's really good. It doesn't mess up your makeup. It kind of hydrates your skin because mine tends to be dry while also setting it. So yeah, that's great. And then when it comes to taking things off, I love micellar water. I've been using it for a couple of years now, and I think it's great. It's so non-irritating. So many other things you try to get makeup off is either really irritating or it's like oil. Like some people use baby oil or something like that. And this is great. I'm sure it's no big secret. Everyone uses this, I'm sure. But yeah, I've been a fan as soon as this became a thing. A big fan. I use this one from Garnier. You get a big, a big bottle for, not a lot of money, so you can't go wrong with that. So that's what I use. And I also use this as double duty to clean my brushes. I'll be getting to that in a minute. I'll show you what's in my bag. My 2 makeup bags. I have one brush that I think I kind of ruined. I'm getting to that. So that's next. I keep everything in here, which is very convenient because when I travel and I go to Paris, I take this with me. It's great. And here I keep, these are all the trial sizes that I keep here for traveling for when I go to Paris. And any place else I go, but lately I've only gone to Paris and Florida, but I haven't gone to Florida, and the way things are going, I don't feel like I'll ever travel again. Anyway, and then this is where the brushes are kept, as you can see here. And I have a whole host of brushes. I'll be bringing those out and show you guys a little more of that. But this is the brush that I think I ruined. It's from Trish McCoy, and I really love their products, but this sheds like no other. I mean, it really sheds a lot. I have to, I go like this and I'm all done. There's hairs all over it. It does say it's natural to shed a bit, but it sheds a lot more than that, and it could be my fault because one time I washed it and I ran it under the water, so I got the base here. I got wet, and I think that may have loosened when I was holding it in place. I don't know for sure, but it's hard to say. I honestly don't know unless I just buy another one and try it, and it doesn't happen. So I'm gonna have to get a new brush at some point. It does a really nice job, but just that shedding, it's expensive, but it's a very good brush. I mean, I'm not sure if I want to try it again, risk it, and see if it was because of what I did. Yeah. So anyway, but other than that, it's a really good brush. I just hadn't done that. And then most of these brushes I got from Other Stories, and they're pretty good. Sephora and Other Stories is where I got most of my brushes. Let's see here. This one's from Sephora, and it's a crease brush. I have 2 sizes, the big one and the little one. The reason why I have 2 is I had bought the smaller one, and then promptly lost it as soon as I bought it. I didn't know where I put it. So I had to buy another one, and I ended up buying I bought the bigger one because I knew I'd eventually find it. I didn't want to have two. This is the smaller one. Again, I don't know if that's not upside down or what have you. But anyway, I'm just cutaways. So that's the smaller crease brush. And this one is flat. I use this for eyeshadow, but I'm thinking of cleaning it, and I'm using it more for concealer. So I think I'm going to make this a concealer brush. And then, this is an all-over brush. I use this one a lot. It's when I'm doing all my lid and like I buff a lot. That's what I use this for. This is from And Other Stories. Stick that there. And this one is an angle brush. I use this under my eyes. I want to line under my eyes with powder. I do that kind of when I'm, going out or something, or Fashion Week. And then this brush I use for tight lining. This is from Laura Mercier, and I use this for tight lining. It's flat here, as you can see. And I love the tight lining method because I'm not really good at doing a cat eye. I use a liquid liner. I'm also, you can probably tell the way I look, I'm very Irish English, and I have very thin skin. And it's very hard to do that. It moves, and then it looks kind of crepey. It's kind of hard. And I'm not that skilled at it on top of it, so I use the tight lining method, which you use with cake liner, which I'm going to get to. And you can get the similar effect of like a liquid liner, and it stays in place, like unlike a crayon liner, which often comes off or it goes under your eye. It obviously does not do that, so I really like it. I like that method. I went into another shop, but where they sold Laura Mercier products. Blue Mercury. I was in Blue Mercury, where they sell Laura Mercier products, and I've gone up to the Laura Mercier counter, and the makeup artist there, she showed me how to do it. She recommended it, and it's great. I've been doing it ever since, and that was about 2 years ago, maybe a little more than that. Anyway, so I also use this illuminated naked fireball to use. I use it as a basic, very light, not really a bronzer, but maybe more like a brush between blush and bronzer. I don't really need blush because I have that Irish English skin. It's got a lot of pink in my skin. It's on the ruddy side, but I do like to have a little bit of a very pale bronze in the winter, so I use this. As you can see, it's almost gone. I'm gonna have to get some new box of this soon. I like it quite a bit, and I use it with this brush from And Other Stories. Now this part's great. It really does a good job. Unfortunately, it's getting kind of loose here. Well, not kind of loose, it is loose. So I'm not quite sure if I can maybe glue that back into place. Looks like glue there. So probably the other brush is held together with glue, which I probably ruined it by running it under the water. So I don't know if I can get this. They do make pretty good brushes for the price, so I'm hoping I can get it. I can re-glue it. Oh, that kind of sucks. That happened very recently. And then after I put the blush on, I use a very subtle highlighter from Hourglass, which I really like. A friend of mine had gotten Hourglass, and she didn't care for it for that reason. She felt like it was too subtle, but that's what I like about it. I like that it's subtle, especially for the daytime. I don't want to look like, I like the Kardashians do a nice job with their makeup, which is great for, if you're on this TV show or for evening wear, but in the daytime, I don't want to be so obviously highlighted. This thing's kind of, I don't know, it is too much. Like I saw a woman on a train once, and her makeup was like impeccably done. She looked wonderful, but it was so extra, for the middle of the day. It was in the morning, going to work, and it was just like too much. So anyway, I like that it's so subtle. I'm wearing it now, so I don't think it looks, oops, oh, good lord. I don't think it looks too much. I don't think it looks extra. I think it looks, just a nice little highlight, so I look glowy and look healthy. That's the goal. Anyway, and I use this brush to put it on. Here. Hopefully that's focusing. It's great. You just go like this, and it does the job. So I don't know where I got this. I think it was like my mom's at one point, or I got it in a sample sale or something. It was gifted. I know, I just had it, and I'm like, oh, this will work. I think it came with something else, and you dipped it in, but yeah. So that's what I keep in this, and again, it does double duty when I'm traveling. abroad, or anywhere for that matter. It's just so easy just to like take this up, close it up. Okay, it's by Soho. See there? So it's held up. I've had this for, you know, about 4 years now, and it held up. So I like that. And then I use this cute little case from Too Faced that I got at some event. I think it was, if I remember correctly, I think it was an event I went to in Paris, like my first time I went to Paris. And there was a little swag bag when we left. I'll leave it in the information links below. I can't remember what that event was. I can't remember now, but I actually gone there and met with Josephina, the Josephina collection, and we had these swag bags, and I think that's where this was in. I've been using it ever since. It's nice. It's nice. It's easy to keep clean, and it's a nice size. Again, I take this and that when I travel to abroad or to Paris. So let's see what's in here. It's a lot in here. It's kind of like a clown car. First thing is, you guys may have seen my last Paris vlog video. I did a little makeup tutorial, and it's a CC cream from Lune and Aster. I love this CC cream. Again, this is I'm on my third container here. I love it. You put it on and you don't see it. I had pretty much stopped wearing foundation and just now only wear CC creams, and I pretty much only wear this. I found every foundation that I try, you would see it sitting on my skin. I have dry skin, and you would see it sitting on my skin, and that just drove me insane. I really disliked it. And this does not do that. In fact, a friend of mine bought it. We were shopping together out in the Hamptons, and we went to the Blue Mercury, and she got it because I asked her to look closely, and she nice skin, and she's like, no, I don't see it. And I won her over. It's great. I love this stuff. Love, love, love. It's wonderful. Like I said, you don't see it sitting on your skin, and it's kind of moisturizing. It's kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but heavier, so you get more coverage. And it's not heavy coverage, but it never looks cakey, but you can build it up. So yeah, I highly recommend this. Trish McCoy has one that's similar that I want to try. So that one's probably pretty good too. I think I tried a little bit when I on my hand when I was in Blue Mercury, and it had a similar consistency. But I've been using this. I highly recommend it. If anybody has dry skin, just not want to look cakey, who's not big on foundation, I recommend this big time. It's great. So the next thing is I use also from them their concealer. I figured if the CC cream is good, the concealer would be good, and I was right. It's again very creamy, not cakey. Again, my skin is dry, and so many concealers are way too drying, way too cakey, and I really don't like the way they look at all. It has to be creamy, and this one is very creamy. It's got a nice little applicator there, and I really like it. And the packaging is great too. It's high quality. You know, I like it. Again, I highly recommend this as well. Use it together with the CC cream. You look really glowing, and you will not at all look cakey. So I recommend both of those products. I highly recommend, especially if you have dry skin like I do. And then I'm using, let's see what else. Here's mascara. This is Charlotte Tilbury. I got this about a year ago when my niece, my stepfamily was visiting from Paris, and my niece and I, my little Parisian niece, went to shopping at the mall, which I think I mentioned before. That was like totally new. I just was like, didn't recognize it. I had gone there when I was a teenager, and I've been there since I've been in my like late teens. It's completely different. It's super high end now. And I went there, it was just an average mall, but now it's kind of like a high end mall. But anyway, it was fun. But that's where I got this mascara. I like it quite a bit. I like it because it doesn't clump. I mean, I really cannot stand clumping mascara. So much mascara clumps, and I'd rather just not wear it if it's going to clump. I think that looks horrible. I don't know, some people like that look, where it's kind of like spottery lashes, but I'm not into that. I'm just not into it. So this wand here, see, it really does not. It separates the lashes, and it's very natural looking. It makes them look fuller without looking fake or clumpy. I really don't like that, as I mentioned before, as you can see. So I really like a mascara that separates, you know, obviously makes them look a little fuller, but it's very natural looking. So if you like natural looking lashes that doesn't clump and also doesn't fall, there's no fallout with this. They don't get raccoon eyes at the end of the day. It's another thing a lot of mascaras do, so it does neither of those things. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Definitely will, this would definitely be a repurchase. If you want to do something more dramatic, there's other mascaras out there, like if you want to do a very dramatic look. But for everyday, going to work, that kind of thing, this really can't be beat. What else is in here? Now, when it comes to brow products, I use both. I tried both the Glossier, which you can see here. I've obviously used it up. It's pretty dried out now, and I like it. I mean, I definitely like the Glossier, but I feel like I like the Benefit one a teeny bit better. I feel like it doesn't dry out as quickly, and I feel like it deposits a little more product, but either one is good. I mean, I like both of them. I had a few Gimme Brows. I've had quite a few of these now, and I like them quite a bit. You know, it doesn't really... Let me see what I'm doing here, so... Try and get those up. Oh gosh, I hope I didn't, like, make a smudge. Which I probably did. I can't see. That's just great. So yeah, I like those. I like both of them. I like the Glossier as well. They're both good. But I kind of felt like this didn't dry out as quickly. It's funny, I got one from Sephora and it was like dried out on day one. I should have returned it, but then it was a few weeks before quarantine and that was it. So I just didn't have a chance to do it. Don't know if I'd buy the Sephora eye gel again because of that. I mean, it was like totally dried out. I mean, I went back to using this, which is fairly dried out, but I've had it for like 8 months. And then I went back to this, which I had even longer, which wasn't dried out. Maybe because it's not used up, I don't know, but... They're both good, but I feel like it's a little bit better than the Sephora one. Maybe it was just bad luck. I don't know, but I don't know if I would get that one again. I mean, of the three, I probably would purchase this again, and then this too. But if I had my first choice, it probably would be this. For shadows, right now I'm using two. I had this one from And Other Stories. I have a few of these. I have about 4 or 5 in different shades, all in this kind of family. I try to keep it neutrals normally. I don't play with color too much, though I'd like to. I'm thinking about getting a couple of ColourPop palettes and playing around with color for Fashion Week. But normally I keep my makeup kind of on the neutral side. And then this one from NARS. And it's a very light color. Or at least it looks light in the pan. And it actually comes out darker. It comes out darker when you put it on. My cake eyeliner, which here... Nice. This cake eyeliner from Laura Mercier, which I love. I had gone into the Blue Mercury store and I was complaining about how I love the liquid liner look, but I can't do it. I'm not good at it. I have thin Irish English skin, which moves when you put, when you're trying to put it on. It looks messy and crepey. And she said, "Oh, I had the same problem." She had a similar ancestry. And she said, try this method, the cake liner with tight lining. And you use this brush here, this flat brush, and you get a little wet, and you get it to the consistency of putty. If it's too wet, then you have the same problem you do with liquid liner. And then you just press, all along the eye. You just kind of, I'm trying to show you here, press like this. Press, press, press. Maybe one day I'll do that, but I can't see that well, so I've got my makeup tutorials here. But you press it along the lash line, and it gives you that straight line like you did with a liquid liner, except for it's not a liquid liner, and you get that look. It stays in put. It doesn't come off. It stays there the entire day. Like crayon liners can they fade by the end of the day. It goes under your eye. So yeah, it doesn't do that. So I really like that. I'm a big fan of this method. Takes a little getting used to, and probably takes you a few weeks to get good at it, but once you do, you go pretty quickly. This is from EchoBrow. I love this pencil. I got this pencil at the holidays. Probably some of you saw my Christmas vlog when I went to Cezanne with Rowena of Lola Loves. And then we went to this store that only sells clean makeup. It's like Sephora with only clean makeup. It's great. You can go in there and know that everything you're buying is clean and good for the environment, good for your skin, so that's a plus. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll try and leave it, the name down here or the links below where it is. It's in Manhattan, but it's great. And this is this bully, sorry, this bully there, And I love this angled here. Hopefully you can see that. It's the perfect angle, but what I like about the most, besides that it's clean, is the color, first of all. Sometimes it's really hard for me to find a dark enough color. My eyebrows and my lashes are pretty dark. They're darker than my hair. And often I found it hard. For some reason, you know, you go and get these brow pencils and they're like 10 shades lighter than your natural color, which I never quite understood, because at least half the population of the planet has black hair, so, I mean, come on. It could be a challenge, but this comes in dark enough. It's like a great color, and I love that it's just in between not being too hard and being too soft. It's like the perfect consistency. So I really, really like it a lot. I'm glad I discovered it. I'll definitely be repurchasing this, so I can highly recommend this. You guys might want to try this out. I like it a lot. So now, the next thing I was wanted to mention primers. I forgot to mention that earlier. I have been using Becca's Backlight. I used 3 bottles of it, and I ran out. Again, I haven't bought anything because we're in quarantine, so I'm kind of holding back. I'm not going anywhere, so you know, I don't really need it right now, but I am using this in the meantime from Glamglow, and I use it today. It's very similar. My first choice would be the Becca Backlight, but this is not a bad substitute. I actually took this with me when I was traveling, when I went to Paris, because the Becca Backlight comes in a glass jar, which can be kind of heavy, although it's nice that it comes in glass and with great packaging. But for traveling, I use this. So either one, you know, I like I said, my first choice would be the Becca Backlight, but this is really good too. I like primers that were, you know, luminizing primers you put underneath. It's more subtle, I feel like. It just gives you a very natural looking glow. It's supposed to looking like a little too strobed, if you know what I mean. Especially for the daytime. And we'll be on to lip products. I'm going to show you 2 today. And I'm using this. I love, love, love this from NYX. It's great. It's matte, and I find most matte lip products will dry you out. My lips get super dry. This is one of the few matte ones that do not dry out your lips. It's really creamy, but with a matte finish. I feel like the colors are all really complementary. It looks really saturated, but also looking kind of natural. So I like it a lot. I think this is Dubai. I'd actually heard about it on the I Covet Thee channel. I've been following her for a while, and she was using these and raved about them, so I figured I'd try it. And she was right. They're great, and they're not expensive. I think they're like $7 or $8 in the drugstore. You can also go to the NYX store as well. But I'm a big fan. Big fan. I had bought the London color, which is what she had used, and then I lost it. So I replaced it with this. I don't want to buy the same one. Then I lost that, and I had to buy this again. I have a tendency to lose things. That's what I do. And then this is just I got from Estee Lauder. It was in a little kit that I got. I'm not quite sure the name of it. It kind of rubbed off, but it's kind of nice. It's like add up for a little shine. Kind of nice, you know. I just throw that on top every once in a while. But yeah, I highly recommend these NYX. You can go to the drugstore, get NYX in the NYX store itself, and they come in so many colors. Really could not recommend this enough. You really should get that. So that was it for everything that I'm currently using that's in my makeup bag and my daily routine. I hope to be adding more to it in the future, but that's what I'm using right now. Like I said, I'm kind of minimalist when it comes to makeup, but I hope to get a little bit more of a collection going on. But anyway, that's it for now, and I'm wearing a Sandro top. I got this secondhand. You may have seen that in one of my older videos in Manhattan when I was shopping with the Elle Diaries. So, yep, that's it. Again, anyone new here, please like and subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.